seen yet. They've just arrived from Nepal. They were made by the same people that made those. One of them you're not supposed to see, so it's up to you whether you want to stay or not. Yeah, it's part of some secret stuff. So I'm going to just quickly have a look at it, and if you happen to glance, it's not my problem. And then I'm going to drop the veil on it. The other one you can look, yeah, and then we can do the long life thing after. So that
is it like bad for us karmically if we look at it?
Depends on your intention. No, not really. If you're in the room and you see and you happen to see something that is coming, it'll ripen something. Yeah, it's nice. So let's divide bodhicitta in the three ways that one thinks. Okay, how you're thinking about bodhicitta. And the first one is Gyalpo Tabi Semke. And Gyalpo is king. Tabui is tabui, I don't know how to say that. It's like, and Semke is bodhicitta. So this is the wish, like a king would have the wish. So the king has a wish, or the king-like wish. Yeah? King-like wish. What's a king do?
The lead.
Lead, right? So this means, so you're thinking, I'm going to get enlightenment first, figure it out, so then I can lead everybody else to enlightenment. Yeah? The next one, say, Zivu, Tabu is Samke. So Zivu is shepherd. You know the other two words, like and bodhicitta. So this is the shepherd's like wish. So what's a shepherd do? Huh?
He goes with the people together. They go together.
Where's the shepherd usually though?
He goes last.
He's at the last. He's behind all the sheep. Push them in the corral. Let them all in first. I'm the shepherd. Congratulations. You can't force people to remember. No.
Yeah.
But you're saying I'm going to keep trying until every single sheep's in. Yeah? I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to do all my karmas and all the things. Yeah? Cool. So this is a shepherd's like wish. It's not like shepherd's pie. And so, you know, I'll make sure other people achieve enlightenment, and then I'll go. And then I'll be free from, you know, that one. Mm-hmm. And the last one, I'll give you a guess. If the first one is everybody goes, I go first and everybody follows. If the second one is everyone goes first and then I'll follow, what do you think Nyepe?
Let's go together.
Huh? We'll all go together, right? And Nyepe is ferryman. Nyepe is ferryman. Why do you think the Tibetans would have used a word like Nyepe? Well, the ferryman goes with everybody on the boat, right? But you got to think Tibet is full of rivers. There's no bridges. Everyone really relies on a ferryman to get them across. Like, you know, it's an important idea of having a ferryman with boats to cross these rivers in Asia with no bridges.
You mean ferryman?
Yeah, not like a gay person. Yeah. Not like a fairy man like me. Yeah. Or a furry man like. I mean, sorry for my bad accent. Yeah. I don't mean fairy man, and I don't mean furry man. I mean fairy man. Yeah. No respect. See, in my class, I can't even be serious. So, which one is that? I go and everyone goes, right? So that's the wish. That's a way to divide the wish, depending on, and you know, it's not like you decide. If you check with yourself right now, what do you think is going to happen? Based on your understanding. And for each of you, it'll be slightly different. So that's just one way of dividing the wish. Bodhicitta. Yeah? Now,
You say everyone.
let's divide the wish in terms of its basic nature. See me offline.
Possible.
I wanted to leave you thinking about where you sit.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah? Because, you know, I've been taught which is the better one, which is the only one that's possible. But in reality, you should check with your understanding of getting enlightened, your understanding of permanently stopping all mental afflictions for the sake of everybody else. What do you think is going to happen? I want to leave that in your head. One of them is probably the answer. The answer. But I don't really know for you. Where do you think you're going to sit? That bothered me for ages, by the way. Am I supposed to go first? Am I supposed to push everybody? I can't teach yet. I don't understand everything. How am I going to help other people? I can't help myself. Yeah? Like this. But see, that dilemma is you're planting karma as you're having that dilemma. And it's good karma if the dilemma's got a good intention, a good motivation.
But you couldn't help someone else achieve enlightenment without being enlightened yourself. I mean, you could have a girlfriend or someone else in your life, and you're helping them out, encouraging them, and making life easy for them so that they have time to meditate and go to class.
So how do you know what enlightenment is if you haven't seen it, if you haven't experienced it? So how do you know what you're helping them towards?
You need to know what it is in order to help someone else.
Really?
You're just helping to make their everyday physical life a little bit easier.
Is that enlightenment, or is that helping everybody cope with suffering?
It's helping them towards enlightenment if they have the desire themselves to, if they're on the path to enlightenment, if that's something that they're trying to do, then, you could potentially make their life easier.
So I'll give you a hint. Think of the definition of the wish. I'm 4 minutes late. I want to introduce you to some folk. It's a good question to ponder, okay? Let's divide bodhicitta into its basic nature. And this is, the first one is Monpa Semke, and the second one is Jugpe Semke. And does anybody know this? So those of you who have taken bodhisattva vows?
Wishing after.
One is the wish in the form of a prayer, which means what?
That you think about like how nice it would be to become enlightened. You want to achieve bodhicitta, but you don't have it yet.
Yeah. So Mumpe is prayer. Semke is bodhicitta. What's Jugpe? Engaging. Yeah. So one is the wish in the form of a prayer, like this wish. I wish I could. The other one, you actually engage with that thing. You take bodhisattva vows. You take vowed morality. You make yourself a promise. You take these vows and you make them part of you, and then you act in relation to those vows. So that's a different way of, that's a very different karma planted, by the way. A fuzzy-wuzzy sort of idea about the kind of things I should do to really generate bodhicitta. And then I'm so committed that I'm taking on a vowed morality. I commit to doing this for the entirety of the rest of my life, and I'll intend to do it purely and whatever, and that's a completely different laden karma that you're planting. That's another one, okay? So engaging bodhicitta or prayer bodhicitta. And then another way, which is not up there, oh it is. No, it's not. So that's, the other way is just by, in terms of reality, by reality, apparent reality or ultimate reality. So what would be the wish through an apparent reality focus point of view? What is bodhicitta divided into realities? The two are realities, relatively and ultimate. This is interesting because I guess when I first heard this, it didn't make any sense to me. But the first one is just that wish. You want to reach enlightenment for the sake of every living being. That's apparently what you're doing. Yeah? But the ultimate wish for enlightenment is... It's the direct perception of emptiness. At that point, that's ultimate bodhicitta. I'll leave you with that one. Okay? Next week we're going to talk about nirvana. Any questions? Good. Okay, so if anybody wants to leave, I don't want to dedicate the karma just yet. I don't want to close off the session just yet. I want to show you, I'm anxious to see these Buddhas that began being made when those were made 3 months ago, and they arrived fresh off the boat with a guy called Charles who arrived from Nepal with his wife Michelle. They were just here a minute ago. They came to deliver them. So I'm going to get up. Feel free to video this because you're not supposed to. Okay. For those of you who want to meet special beings, I think this one you can all see, but this one I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm going to repeat. You gotta be thinking bodhicitta. Okay, you're gonna see something ultimately special, which you will. Just think bodhicitta. It's just, I'm just excited. Sorry. Say hi. Say hi. You'll get to meet them at some point in the future. Okay, that's that one. Thank you for coming. And this one, you can all know, you can all see, he is the very reason we have a lineage at all. He saved Buddhism in the 1400s in Tibet, consolidated a whole bunch of, and you know, who's that? Say hi to him. Yeah?
It's beautiful.
Okay. Nice. Okay. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is Amitayus, who is the Buddha of long life, and he probably matches the color of one of those 5 Buddha families for a reason. But the idea behind the Buddha of long life, does anybody remember the mantra? Ha! Om. Huh? Om Namo Brum. I've got it written down, I can't remember it. I'm laughing, I don't remember anything. Yeah. Arujana, Shri. Aro Ilka Hum Shri. Excellent. Congratulations. So Om Namo Brum Arujana Shri Aro Ilka Hum Shri. Right? Ladies and gentlemen, you've just heard some beautiful words that don't mean anything to you unless you're someone different to what you think you are. Let me just put him over here. And so we did this 14-hour long puja. It began early afternoon, the sun set. Everybody was built up with intention. They brought to mind a person or a group of beings that they really wanted to extend their life or solve their suffering. There was preparation for days beforehand, both of the sacred ground in which we entered with very specific intention. And then 135 people sat around a circle, sat around this fire. On top of a secret mandala was a pile of wood, and on that pile of wood we began to burn objects of special objects that we wanted to offer for the sake of long life. Long life is code for seeing emptiness directly, because you achieve long life. What kind of long life? Permanent cessation of all your mental afflictions after the path of habituation is finished. Yeah, there's 2 kinds of beings in the world. Those that think there's one kind of beings, and those that think there's 2 kinds of beings. No, that's a joke. That's funny, right? Thank you. I made my jokes back. So those that have seen emptiness directly, and those who have not. And the ones who have seen emptiness directly cannot. They just cannot stay caught in samsara. They're not tricked into perpetuating suffering anymore. Through the path of habituation, we can take up to 7 lifetimes. You remove every single impulse, every seed, to see things as self-existent, which is the cause of suffering. The cause of suffering is not knowing reality, because we behave towards reality in a fake way. So we make a mistake every time we relate to things that appear to us correct but are mistaken, and that mistake is what produces our suffering. When you saw the source of the mistake, when you saw it in deep meditation, your being, your spiritual DNA is shifted. Ultimately, that's long life. That's real long life. Yeah. So it's not that you're going to live for a long time. So here we go. This is my gentle way of doing that. So if you'd like to, I'm going to dedicate now, to the thoughts and the coming together of your nominal self with your potential Buddhahood self, which you got to spend time with the last 2 hours. So thank you for doing that with us all. For those of you who did that properly, I'd like to dedicate that today for the sake of every living being who is trying to escape suffering, and I'm going to turn it in my mind into a perfect paradise. I'm going to offer it to the teachers that have come into the room, the ones that you have called upon to help you learn. And those of you who learned something, it was only through the virtue of those beings you invoked. So let's dedicate it to them. Geshe metal tran, rolling shin in the impadi, sangye shindu miteruargi, drokun nanda shinla chipasho. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniyatayami Digawoku Tsunam Yeshe Tsoksokshin Tsunam Yeshe Lejunwe Kampa Kuni Toparsho. And finally, just bring that enlightened being that was sitting atop of your head and let them enter the crown of your head and fall down to the level of your heart, getting smaller and brighter as they follow that path in front of your spine to the level of your heart. Make a beautiful home for them there in the garden that is your future self. And for those of you who'd like to come and try a long life build, please come and then go home and wish that you could help many people. And come on Sunday if you want to practice meditation. So who's going to go first? I'm going to go first. It'd be good if you grab it with that little finger and that thumb and you put it in your mouth.
Why?
You'll understand later.